Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Kennels. Today we got another, another one of those videos where we, doing some more movie pickups. This one's more of a, I guess you would just say, an Arrow Scream Factory edition. So it's pretty much just movies just from those two companies. But anyways, let's just go ahead and get into it and see what those latest pickups are. All right, so to begin the films or movies, it is the Jason Goes to Hell, and yes, this is the new 4K release that recently just came out. Had to wait for some other movies to come in, so figured, just do them all at the same time. So definitely looking forward to see how this one looks, and as you can see, this one does include two different cuts, has the theatrical and the unrated cut. So this should definitely be good. Haven't got to watch it yet, but considering that it's in Dolby Vision, I would say it should look pretty good. So definitely looking forward to checking out Jason Goes to Hell. I know there was a few other ones that ended up being released in 4K, so I do have those. I want to say it was like the remake, maybe the first one. I forget. I know I have them though, but I just don't remember what they are. But anyways, this is that first one, Jason Goes to Hell. And then the second one is that Jason X. Getting that 4K sizzle. So this one again is also in Dolby Vision. Now this one only has one cut of the film, so it's not multiple cuts, so it's just one regular cut of the movie. So I'm assuming it's just the theatrical version of Jason X. And Arrow always does some really nice artwork, especially for their movies. So the slip does match the artwork itself. So I think that's really cool there that they got those matching up. So if you're a Jason fan, I would definitely recommend to pick these up. If you're not a Jason fan, then then don't. But if you are, definitely go ahead and and pick that up. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into our Screen Factory editions. Two of these are just upgrades that I'm doing from the Blu-ray versions that I had. So the first one is Cat People. So I did have just a chance to go ahead and just check it out, just to see how it looked real quick, and it looked pretty good. So not bad at all. Good thing about the Blu-ray is the Blu-ray is from a new 4K scan, as well as the 4K as well. So that's that's definitely good on there. But if you're into those older movies, definitely something I would definitely check out. I wouldn't say it's a great movie, but it was pretty good movie. I would say it's at least good, worth the watch. And if you're just into horror movies in general, I would say it's definitely a good pickup to definitely get. Especially if you don't own the Blu-ray already, it's worth picking up. Now this next one here, this one I just picked up. Actually, I never even heard about this before, but I figured why not. And that was Skyline. So apparently there's like a second part. So I'm gonna see if I can hunt down the second part. Because I do like sci-fi type movies. So I did get to check out the trailer for this one. Trailer looks pretty cool. Maybe not the best of movies, but it looked pretty cool. I mean, cool enough for for me to go ahead and want to pick that up. So, and this was also a new 4K remaster on the Blu-ray and the 4K disc. So, yeah. So basically, if you look into the light, it kind of like just sucks you in. I guess the aliens are harvesting humans. But if you're pregnant, they keep you alive. Well, alive long enough to extract the infant, but they'll just dispose of you anyways. But I mean, that you kind of just find out during the trailer. So, I'm not really giving out a lot of info on that. But yeah, it's definitely, one I'm definitely checking. I'm looking to check out. Again, this is also from Screen Factory. This one didn't come with a slip, even though I ordered it directly through Screen Factory. But hey, that's okay. Not everything comes with a slip. So, I enjoy when they do, and if they don't, well, they just don't. All right, this next one here, this one's definitely an upgrade from the Blu-ray that I do have. And that is The Craft. And this is a movie I watched many of times. So I figured, why not, pick up the 4K release of it. I've been meaning to pick it up for a long time. Just never have. But this was always a good movie. I always enjoyed it. It's kind of like that witchcrafty stuff. But I mean, it's a cool movie. I like it. Same thing, the Blu-ray is from a new 4K restoration. And so is the 4K itself. It says it's by Sony, so haven't got to check it out yet. So I don't know, if the quality is like so much better than the Blu-ray version. But if I'm not mistaken, the Blu-ray has the same exact slip and cover, if I'm not mistaken. Pretty sure it is. So, but yeah, that is The Craft. So it says, welcome to the witching hour. So, and the girl I like the most is the crazy one, the crazy looking chick. I don't know what her name. I guess that's her name. Robin Tooney. I don't know. I'm not sure of her name. I could be getting it wrong. Could be one of these other ones. But yeah, I like her. I think she's definitely one of those actors that has like a lot of crazy emotions and like facial expressions. I know another movie she's in that's really good is I should know the name of it. History X. So I know for some people, it might not be a good theme of a movie to watch, but it's a good movie nonetheless. So, and I do own that movie as well. But yeah, but as far as with The Craft, yeah, I think, she plays a really good role. This chick right here, the Morena, I don't really care for her role. She's just more like eye candy. But I don't care for her role too much. And then the main one, not bad, but I kind of think they could have went with maybe a better choice there. But yeah, anyways, that is The Craft in that 4K sizzle. So hopefully I get to enjoy that one once I get a moment to watch it. And then this last one, the last one was a bit cuckoo. I thought it was a bit cuckoo. It was a good movie, but it was a bit cuckoo. And that's The Company of Wolves. I'm not sure. I don't remember if it has the original same covers. Yeah, same covers. I don't know if it has the original artwork on it. Never flipped it around to see if it does. But it was definitely it's like it was weird, but it was still good though. It was actually, they had like a few little like transformations, which looked pretty funny, but it was still, pretty good movie. I wouldn't say it's a great movie by any any stretch of the imagination, but it was a good movie. Good movie though. I thought it was at least pretty good. It kind of has like that Red Riding Hood type of theme to it. But it seemed like it kind of goes in different places at times, so you better stay watching it. If not, you're gonna almost feel lost at times when they kind of go to like, I don't want to say different eras, but it's definitely different timelines. It's so, and that's how the movie starts. The girl's sleep dreaming, and it kind of ends the same way. She was asleep, still dreaming. But it wasn't a bad movie. I thought it was pretty cool. So here's what I mean by the different timelines. So you got this timeline, and you got this one, and you got this one, then you got the one how it actually starts out, which is more modern. But wasn't bad. Now I will say though, video quality wise, even though this one is the 4K, and it does say it requires Dolby Vision capable playback or whatever, which my player and TV does support, so it's fine there. It seems like the film, either it was shot to look kind of not so great because it wasn't like the best of looking of film. I don't mind the grain in it. I'm cool with that. Old movies have grain in it. That's perfectly fine. I'm not bothered by that. But it just almost seems like the source material that they had wasn't really the best for them to work with. But as long as you don't pay attention to that too much, you should enjoy the movie and find it pretty decent. So, yeah, that's that. Anyways, hopefully you enjoy those movie pickups there. I know lately I haven't really been ordering a whole lot. My stuff's kind of spread out throughout the year. It's just a few movies here and there. So, maybe by August, October, they start picking up a lot. But then again, I do also have a lot of the movies that I wanted. So, some older stuff that I'll pick up, and then, some newer stuff that I have on pre-order. Gotta wait till, well, that's pretty funny. Wants to keep focusing in and out. But yeah. Now I just forgot what I was saying. But anyways, I'll leave links to all these movies in the description. So if you are interested in any of them, be sure to use the links. It does help out the channel for whatever bit it is. And if you don't want to use them, that's fine too. Just enjoy the video, thumb it up, thumb it down, subscribe, whatever you want to do. And as always, keep them scratching. Peace. We up out of here.